Do you wake up already tired before the day even starts? You're not sick. You're not in pain. But when your feet touch the floor, it feels like the floor pushes back. The strength you used to take for granted, standing up without holding something, walking across the room without thinking, getting dressed without a sigh, has been slowly slipping through the cracks. It didn't happen overnight. You didn't notice it at first. But now it's there. A heaviness in your legs. A slight wobble in your step. A hesitation before rising from your chair. You're not falling. You're not weak. But something inside you feels less ready. And the most frustrating part? You can't point to a cause. There's no big event. No major diagnosis. Just a growing sense of, I don't feel strong anymore. If this sounds like you, you're not alone. My name is Dr. Catherine Rocker. For over 30 years, I've worked with men in their 60s, 70s, and beyond, men who've built careers, families, communities, and who now find themselves quietly asking, why does everything take more effort than it used to? It's a question I hear almost daily. And the answer is not what you think. It's not aging. It's not laziness. And it's not a moral failing. It's biology. Rhythm. A system that's fallen out of sync and desperately wants to reboot. In the next part, we'll look at the most common mistake men make every morning that quietly drains their power for the rest of the day. And more importantly, how to avoid it. Because the good news is, you haven't lost your strength. You've just stopped sending the signal that builds it. Let's fix that starting tomorrow. Let me tell you about Robert. He's 66. Retired from teaching high school math for over 30 years. He came into my office with strong posture, steady hands, but a tiredness he couldn't shake. He said, "Doc, it's not that I can't move, it's that I just don't feel like I have the engine anymore." He still walked every day. Still stayed active. But his mornings felt heavy. Like he had to push his body to cooperate. So I asked him a simple question, "What do your mornings look like?" He shrugged. "Nothing really. I get up, go straight for coffee, maybe scroll my phone, and if I remember, I grab a piece of toast. Sometimes just skip everything until lunch." And there it was. The morning trap. It's what most men over 60 fall into, not out of laziness, but out of routine and misinformation. Here's what's happening. Right finger, when you wake up, your body is in a fragile transition. It's been fasting all night. Hydration is low. Blood pressure is recalibrating. Your mitochondria, your energy factories, are waiting for instructions. But what do most men give it? Hot beverage, a surge of caffeine with no fuel. Cell phone, a dopamine hit from the phone with no movement. Bread, a high-carb toast with no protein, no minerals, no fiber. Or worse, they skip it all completely. And when you miss this window, when you don't give your body what it needs in that first hour, you're sending it a silent message. We're still not ready. That message echoes for hours. You'll feel it as mid-morning fatigue. Slower reflexes. Mood swings. Brain fog. And yes, physical weakness that doesn't make sense on paper. And here's the hardest part. Most men think it's just age. They don't realize it's a habit. A fixable one. What Robert needed, what you might need, wasn't more sleep, wasn't more caffeine, wasn't more supplements. He needed a better start signal. In the next part, I'll explain the biology behind this, why this one moment each morning matters more than anything you eat later in the day. And how the right habit can flip your energy systems back on and restore a feeling of strength you thought was gone. Let's go there now. If you've been waking up tired, feeling like your legs are heavier, your arms slower, your mind foggier, let me tell you something your regular doctor probably hasn't. It's not your age. It's your mitochondria. Let's simplify this. Inside every one of your cells, especially your muscle cells, you have tiny engines called mitochondria. Their job? To produce energy. Real, usable energy called ATP. It's what powers every step you take, every heartbeat, every movement of your muscles, every signal in your brain. And after 60? These mitochondria don't shut down. But they do get quiet. Not because they're broken, but because they're not being activated the way they used to be. Think of them like a factory that needs a spark to begin the workday. But if no one flips the switch, nothing turns on. What flips that switch? Movement, hydration, breath, real nutrients. Especially in the first hour of your day. If you wake up, reach for your phone, sip black coffee, and skip breakfast, you've skipped the switch. And now your mitochondria? They stay in low power mode. And here's where it adds up. Warning: low mitochondrial output, less muscle strength. Warning: less strength, less movement. Warning: less movement, less mitochondrial stimulation. It becomes a downward spiral. You're not just tired, you're being underpowered at the most critical part of your day. And over time, you start to internalize that as, I'm just getting old, I guess I'm slowing down. I don't feel like myself anymore. But here's the breakthrough. When you send the right signal, even in your 60s, 70s, or 80s, your mitochondria wake up again. Your muscles start to respond again. Your brain sharpens. Your reflexes return. Your confidence follows. This isn't hype. This is biology you can revive. And the way to do it? It starts with one habit done first thing in the morning that brings oxygen, minerals, and gentle movement into your system before the day starts asking you for more. And that's exactly what I'll show you in the next section. It takes just minutes. You can do it anywhere. And it may be the most important 3 minutes of your day. Let's light that fire. So now you understand, your mitochondria, the little engines inside your cells, aren't broken. They're just waiting for a signal. And that signal comes in the form of one small, intentional habit you can start tomorrow morning. Here's the practice I've shared with thousands of men, over 60 men who told me, "Doc, I'm just tired of feeling weak." And who, within a week or two, began feeling strong again, clearer, steadier, more alive. It's a 3-step morning reset. Takes 5 minutes or less. You don't need a gym. You don't need special food. You just need you. Let's break it down. Step 1. Warm water, sea salt, the internal spark. Right after you wake up, before your coffee, before anything else, drink a glass of warm water with a small pinch of unrefined sea salt. Why it works. Rehydrates your body after sleep, provides critical trace minerals like magnesium and potassium, thins your blood gently, making circulation smoother, supports energy production at the cellular level. This is like giving your mitochondria their first tools of the day. You're saying, time to build. Light bulb optional boost. Add a slice of lemon or a few drops of apple cider vinegar. Step 2. Wake up movement, reboot the nerves and muscles. After you hydrate, stand near a wall or chair. Now do 5 slow wall push-ups or 5 supported bodyweight squats, depending on your strength level. Take your time. Breathe with each representative. Why it works. Engages your biggest muscle groups, legs, chest, glutes. Activates the neuromuscular system, increases blood flow and nitric oxide, signals strength to your nervous system. This isn't exercise. This is biological ignition. You're not trying to work out, you're trying to turn on. Step 3. One real food signal, fuel the fire. Finally, within 30 minutes of waking, give your body one strong nutrient signal. Here are 2 of my favorites. Half a banana with a spoon of almond or peanut butter, 1 hard-boiled egg with a dash of sea salt and olive oil. Why it works. Combines clean carbs, healthy fats, and key minerals, supports testosterone, muscle recovery, and brain function, prevents energy crash later in the morning. This tells your brain and body, we're not starving. We're building, and that's it. Hydrate. Move. Nourish. You've just told your body, the day has begun and I'm leading it. Do this for 1 week and your mornings won't just feel better, they'll become the moment you reclaim your strength. In the next part, I'll walk you through what men report after 3, 7, and 14 days of doing this. Because sometimes, the results come faster than you think, especially when you finally give your body what it's been waiting for. So you've done the habit. You've hydrated. You've moved. You've nourished. What now? Here's what I want you to know: you don't have to wait months to feel a difference. Your body responds faster than you think, especially when you give it something it recognizes. Let me walk you through the timeline of what most men over 60 feel when they follow this 3-step morning habit daily. After 3 mornings, the first flickers by day 3, things begin to shift. You might feel a little steadier when you stand. You may notice that you're not reaching for the couch right away. Or that you're breathing a little deeper without meaning to. Some men say, "Doc, it's not huge, but I don't feel like collapsing into the chair anymore." That's not your imagination. That's your circulation improving. Your nervous system recalibrating. Your mitochondria warming up. The body is listening. After 7 mornings, the morning power returns. This is when men start using a word I love hearing: control. Your body doesn't feel like a burden anymore. You're not fighting gravity the same way. You wake up and do things not because you have to, but because you can. You might walk farther. Stand taller. Have more confidence when moving through your morning routine. A man named Joe told me, "I stopped leaning on the sink while brushing my teeth." That sounds small, but to him, it felt like reclaiming part of his strength. After 14 mornings, strength feels familiar again. 2 weeks in, and for many men, something deeper returns. A feeling of readiness. A sense that your body is finally back on your team. You'll start to feel stronger when you climb stairs. More present when you walk into a room. More in tune with your balance, your posture, your presence. This is when some men say, "I don't feel like I'm slipping anymore," or even, "My wife noticed. She said, you seem more yourself lately." And that's when it becomes real, not just physically, but emotionally. Because when you begin each day with power, the day starts responding differently to you. This isn't about being perfect. This is about being intentional. And if just 3 steps each morning can help you feel steadier, stronger, more alive, what might 30 days bring? In the next part, we'll talk about that and about what strength really means when you're no longer trying to prove it, but finally starting to feel it again. Let's talk about what strength really means, especially after 60. It's easy to think it's about muscles, lifting things, or pushing hard. But the truth is, strength isn't about force. It's about control. The quiet kind. The kind that doesn't yell or strain. The kind that lets you move when you choose, stand without thinking, reach, turn, balance without hesitation. Strength is that moment when your body responds not with fear, but with readiness. It's walking across the room and knowing your legs will carry you. It's standing up without needing to brace on your knees. It's the feeling of, "I've got this." That's real strength. And most men I meet aren't chasing youth. They're not trying to look 25 again. They just want that solidness back, the sense that they're in command of their body. Not fighting it. Not waiting for it to catch up. But leading it. And the beautiful thing? That kind of strength doesn't come from the gym. It doesn't come from testosterone shots or miracle supplements. It comes from signals. The ones you send every morning when you say, "I'm awake. I'm ready. Let's move." The 3-step habit you've learned: hydrate, activate, nourish isn't a routine. It's a conversation with your biology. A way to say, "I'm still in charge here," and when you do that, your body remembers how to follow. So the next time you feel that quiet power rising again, when you stand taller, walk smoother, or feel that steadiness in your hands, know this: you didn't get lucky, you rebuilt that. One small action at a time. In the next part, I'll show you how to take that one action and make it yours, starting tomorrow morning. Because this isn't about adding more to your life. It's about giving yourself back. Now it's your turn. Not next week. Not when the timing is better. Not when you feel more ready, tomorrow morning. Because change doesn't begin when everything is perfect. It begins when you take one small step before you feel ready. And that step sends a message to your body, to your mind, to your spirit: I'm back. I'm rebuilding. Here's what I want you to do. 6 o'clock when you wake up tomorrow, hydrate warm water. A pinch of sea salt. A slice of lemon, if you've got it. You're not just drinking, you're reactivating your circulation. Move 5 wall push-ups. Or 5 slow, supported squats. Nothing fancy. Just a message. We're turning on. Nourish a banana with almond butter. Or 1 hard-boiled egg with olive oil. Not a full breakfast. Just a signal of strength. That's it. No equipment. No subscription. No pressure. Just one step done with intention. And if it feels too hard to do all 3, then start with 1. Even just the water. Because when you take that first step, your body listens. Your mind softens. And suddenly, you're not watching your life from the sidelines, you're stepping back into it. Don't wait until you feel strong to start. Start, and strength will follow. In the final part, I'll show you how you're not doing this alone, how hundreds of men are rising quietly, just like you. And how together, we're building something better than youth. We're building resilience. Let's connect. If this message has stirred something in you, a sense of possibility, a quiet reminder that your strength isn't gone, just waiting, I want you to know this: you're not alone. There are men all over the world, men just like you, who have quietly decided, I'm not fading. I'm rising. Even if it's slow. Even if no one notices but me, this is a movement. But not the loud kind. This is not about ego. It's not about lifting weights or running marathons. It's not about comparing, competing, or performing. This is about something deeper. Waking up. Choosing strength over surrender. Breathing deeper. Standing taller. Walking into your own life with your head up again. You may not post about it. You may not tell anyone. But every time you hydrate first, every time you move with intention, every time you nourish instead of neglect, you are rebuilding. And there are thousands of men doing the same. So let's connect. Speech balloon in the comments, type strong again, if you're choosing to start tomorrow morning. Not for me, for you. And for the next man who scrolls through and sees it and quietly thinks to himself, maybe it's not too late for me either. Send mail, share this with someone you care about, a friend, a brother, a father, someone who's been moving slower lately, but still has that fire deep inside. And if you want more real, honest, biology-backed support for rebuilding strength and vitality after 60, click subscribe, and turn on the bell. Because this isn't just a habit. This is a homecoming. To the body you still live in. To the life you still lead. To the man you still are. See you tomorrow morning. We're rising together.